What the Americans are looking for in this country are something greater, their own interests.
Yeah.
What are those interests by your own assessment?
Three things. Number one, to stop Tinubu from becoming president in 2027.
Really?
Yeah.
America's renewed interest in Nigeria is not about religion or human rights. It's about political revenge, oil, and control. Across Nigeria, multiple voices, from political analysts to clerics, are exposing what they believe to be the true reason behind Washington's sudden attention to Nigeria's crisis. It's not about peace, it's about power. According to a recent discussion gaining attention online, America's new push toward Nigeria is not humanitarian. It is political. Analysts claim the US is working behind the scenes to weaken President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ahead of 2027, allegedly because of his past political links to Kamala Harris during her earlier campaign against Donald Trump. Now, with Trump preparing a comeback, some argue that Washington's posture toward Nigeria reflects a strategic move to prevent Tinubu's continuity and regain control of Nigeria's oil and geopolitical alignment. The second reason, observers say, is Nigeria's crude oil wealth. Nigeria holds one of the largest reserves in the world, and whoever controls Nigeria's cooperation controls much of West Africa's energy map. Tinubu's growing closeness with France's Emmanuel Macron, and visible distance from Washington, is seen as a threat to US dominance in the region. And that, according to many, is why the tone of Western reports about Nigeria's internal conflict suddenly changed.
What the Americans are looking for in this country are something greater, their own interests.
Yeah.
What are those interests by your own assessment?
Three things. Number one, to stop Tinubu from becoming president in 2027.
Really?
Yes, because Tinubu...
Are you sure on that?
I can swear with my Quran. Because Tinubu was among the people that contributed money to give it to Kamala Harris for her campaign. And Trump has vengeance. He will never forgive that. Look, what Trump is coming to Nigeria to do is not about Nigerians, Christians, or Nigerian Muslims. It's not about Northerners or Southerners. It's why did Tinubu, through France, mobilize? He's not alone. There are a lot of international presidents, including Macron, that mobilized money for Kamala Harris because they knew if Trump becomes American president, there's going to be a problem for the whole world. That's the first reason. Trump is getting back at Tinubu. And look, because Tinubu is quiet, meek, gentle, and humble, if you put your fingers into his mouth, he is not biting you. Doesn't mean that he can come and roughshod over Tinubu. Tinubu can fight back.
Let me.
That's number one reason.
Okay,
reason. Yeah. The second reason is, look, is the American stronghold in the Middle East is getting away, slipping away from their fingers. They needed another stronghold of energy resources.
What stronghold are you talking about?
The oil. In fact, as it is today, if people don't know, let me tell them categorically on this platform that the Arab kingdoms now are facing the greatest challenge of their lives. There are inside, what do you call it, storms brewing politically, because the common men are tired of those kingdoms. And it's only America that is holding them. And America's intelligence has shown that they cannot keep on holding these people in the next 10, 15 years.
So they will have now turned to new areas.
Yes. So Nigeria is a very hot spot for them. Nigeria, Angola, you understand? Algeria. These are some of the areas that they are looking at. And I can tell you, some people are saying that, at energy experts all over the world are saying that the oil reserve in Nigeria is far more than any other Arab country, because it is energy policy that they are saying that Nigeria is beneath those particular Arab kingdoms. We have more energy resources than those Arabs. And America knew that better than anybody else. So this is the second reason. The third reason, which is very, very fundamental, is that for the first time in so long a time, since Abacha, Tinubu was the first president in this country to look away from the Western world. In fact, France is the only friend Tinubu had. And France, Nigeria is not dependent on France. It is France and Macron that is dependent on Tinubu and Nigeria now.
Really?
Yes. If you are a follower of international politics.
But the French are having a lot of problems in their former West African colonies.
That's why they are looking at Tinubu as a way out.
Prominent Islamic cleric Sheikh Gumi has now added his voice, warning that America's involvement could bring catastrophic consequences. In his words, if it's China or Russia, people will believe them. But America? They said Saddam had weapons of mass destruction, there was none. They destroyed Iraq, Libya, and Afghanistan. If America says they will bomb Nigeria to stop terrorism, they will only kill more Muslims and Christians. He explained that terrorism cannot be defeated by bombs, and that military intervention from America would only inflame Nigeria's fragile north. You don't treat a disease without diagnosis, Gumi said. We have learned to understand their psychology. Kaduna is relatively safe today because we engaged them, not because we bombed them. His words have sparked new debate. Is the US solution to Nigeria's crisis truly to help or to destabilize?
If it's China coming to say that, people will believe it. Because China is not prognosing into our internal affairs. If it's Russians, people will believe them. But America are not to be liars. They said Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction, and there is none. And they have caused confusion in Iraq, in Libya, and everywhere. So when they said Muslims are killing, or there is massacre of Muslims and Christians in Nigeria, from which side? They didn't specify whether it is the government or whether it is the Muslims that are doing it, or even if Christians are targeted. Whatever it is, if Americans can cure and eliminate the terrorists, I will welcome it myself. But I know they cannot.
Okay, when you say they cannot,
let me tell you. Okay. They have fought 20 years in Afghanistan. They could not finish them. Afghanistan is in Syria now. This same thing. And this terrorist you see, it's not easy to just come and drop bombs here and there and think you finish them. They have infiltrated the society, so it's going to cause more damage. More Muslims and more Christians will be killed if America would drop a bomb in Nigeria. I'm telling you this. You can take it for a record. So what we are trying to avoid, we are going to even compound it. Look, myself, I have been trying to see how we can pacify these people. I've been going to see how we can pacify these people and redirect them, because they are human beings. They listen and reason. But if you say you want to use force against force, then you will compound the problem and make the thing dirty. If Nigerian army, which has been very active in many hotspots, cannot deal with this issue for 18 years, for 15 years with Boko Haram, and now the bandits, and to me, the bandits are even more vicious because they are.
You said something about Nigerian army not being able to do something about it for some time now. You have been the person, or rather, news have actually carried it that you more like mediate or serve as an intermediary between them and the government, and that actually has sparked quite reaction among Nigerians. What can you tell us to be, some of the good points or flash points of your, interaction or discussion with them, especially when you had to get into the bush? Because the other time we're talking about giving them amnesty and all that.
Yes. You see, just to entice them to leave their weapons. You see, one thing good about it is, you see, you don't treat a disease without diagnosis. If a doctor can diagnose a disease, even if it's cancer, he will know how to manage it. So the good thing about it is, now before we are fighting a phantom, we don't know something is fighting us, coming to take us. We don't know that person. Now, by going to talk with them and sit down with them and to hear their grievances and understand their psychology, so we are able now to contain the problem. Now, Kaduna is relatively safe. I can say from you don't hear any more mass killings now in Kaduna, because we understand their psychology, and the governor is cooperating. We are talking to them, and they are keeping their weapons. They are not fighting. They still on the weapons. They hold the weapons. But you see, this is a small, gradual process in which slowly we will civilize them. We will take away their weapons and let them into good citizens. So this is it. It has to be systemic. But for America to come and start bombing in northern Nigeria, I'm telling you.
But while clerics and politicians debate geopolitics, the people on the ground are bleeding. In a heartbreaking video now circulating online, a northern Nigerian pastor surrounded by villagers and a covered corpse breaks down in tears, crying for help from the United Nations and the world. Please stand for us. We have nobody, only God in heaven can help us, he pleads. Yesterday, one of my colleagues was slaughtered with his wife and children. The Fulani have burned down 2 villages. The soldiers came but brought confusion. We have nobody to stand for us. He continued, trembling. We are ready to say our last prayer. The Islamic agenda has taken over our land. Women are dying every day, men are dying every day, and the world is silent.
America, please stand for us. We are dying. America, I'm begging. Save our life. Look at this one. Let's use them. Please, why allowed us to survive? Please, send your men to come and save us. Because they have already finished the man to finish us. Also, we have nobody. Only God in heaven can stand for us. Please, I'm begging you, United Nations, your silence is getting worse. Yesterday, one of my colleagues, Reverend, was slaughtered with his wife and his children. And I'm right here, look at women. Immediately they were communicating. After the Fulani husband had finished burning down 2 villages, then the soldiers came in, trying to cause confusion. And who are these army men that are using machine motorcycle? Let them get the shoots. God will stand for us. We have nobody. Everybody, we are now ready to do the last prayer. Since Islamic agenda is taking over the nations, now live at the police station in Barkiladi. Look at those at the IDPs. We have nobody to stand, and we are the survivor. Now more IDPs are being added. Where did they want it to go? They have already signed. Our land has been relocated to them. They have signed. Our villages have been relocated to Fulani husband, and nobody is talking. Even my colleagues, reverends, are keeping quiet. Women are dying every day. Men are dying. What do you want us to do? Please, please, I'm begging you, congressmen of London, please, stand for the helpless. They have nobody. Burutai, I know you are a friend of mine in Facebook.
The video, reportedly filmed near Bakin Lady, captures the deep helplessness spreading across Plateau State, where displacement camps overflow with families who have lost everything. At See Africa TV, we believe Africa's pain must be told with honesty. If you stand for truth and for the lives of innocent people, share this report, subscribe, and help spread awareness, because silence kills faster than bullets. From political power games in Washington, to pastors crying beside lifeless villagers, Nigeria sits at the crossroads of a global struggle between truth and manipulation, sovereignty and control. The people are asking, who really wants peace for Nigeria, and who wants power over it? See Africa TV does not endorse or confirm any unverified claims presented in viral media or social commentary. Our aim is to report, analyze, and expose the narratives shaping Africa's reality, responsibly and independently.